Hi, I'm John Williams on another accessible adventure in the Pacific Northwest. Sometimes you just want a little solitude, away from the crowds. Well, I found just the place. This time we're in the Northwest Rockies for the tale of two scenic byways in the Colville National Forest. First, we'll visit a part of the International Selkirk Loop, an all-American road. Then, we'll head over the Sherman Pass Scenic Byway as we explore Northeast Washington. We begin our adventure in Newport, Washington at the Pend Oreille County Historical Museum. This part of the International Selkirk Loop is a 68-mile trip from Newport to the Boundary Dam, just a short distance from the Canadian border. As you travel the scenic byway, the Pend Oreille River will be your constant companion. Stop in for ice cream or a cool drink at the Tiger Store and Post Office, now a visitor center and museum. Once a thriving community, this store and post office is the only thing left of the town of Tiger, founded in 1880. Sullivan Lake is just a short way off the scenic byway. There's camping available at East Sullivan Campground and West Sullivan Campground. Both have accessible campgrounds available. It's well over 90 degrees today, so cinematographer Dave Hood and I decide it's time to, cool off a bit. Okay, back to work. Stop in at historic Mill Pond, built originally for a hydroelectric plant. Today, a popular recreation site. At the end of our journey on the All-American Road, we visit the Vista House, overlooking the Boundary Dam. Next up, Colville, a small timber and agricultural community with a blossoming music and arts and crafts scene, set in a beautiful valley just over an hour's drive north of Spokane. It's always fun to come to the warmer, drier side of Washington State, and it's the perfect day to head over the Sherman Pass Scenic Byway. Sherman Pass is about 53 miles over the Kettle River Range on Highway 20. Our first stop on the Sherman Pass Scenic Byway is the Kettle Falls Historical Center. Behind the Interpretive Center is St. Paul's Mission. Take the trail out to the scenic viewpoint. It's kind of like pushing on a thick carpet because of the sand and needles, but it's well worth your effort. The Grand Coulee Dam created Roosevelt Lake, and in doing so, flooded Kettle Falls, forever silencing the once mighty Native American fishing grounds. It's estimated Native Americans would catch up to 1,000 salmon a day during peak seasons at Kettle Falls. Since the 1800s, logging has been a part of life here. A great way to learn the early history of the industry is to stop at the Log Flume Heritage Site along Canyon Creek. The Interpretive Trail is paved, and it's an easy push. And if you want to work up a little more appetite before having a picnic, I found this paved trail about a mile long to be just the ticket. Camping is a great way to experience the Colville National Forest. There are several campgrounds along the way with accessible campsites. Fire is always a threat to our forests, and as you can see by the smoky sky, this year is no exception. Learn how fire has shaped the forest with a stop at the Sherman Overlook. Join me on a short hike on this paved interpretive trail to the Overlook. At the White Mountain Fire Overlook, you'll see how this 1988 fire burned over 20,000 acres, but gave new birth to the forest. We end our adventure in the quaint Western-themed town of Republic. Come visit the Colville National Forest on Washington's wild side, where you'll find everything but the crowds. It's kind of the forgotten side of the state you'll always remember. Please check the Colville National Forest website for complete details. I'm John Williams, headed off on another accessible adventure in the Pacific Northwest.